From the Morning Bull. This is not Cowboy Dave. This is Ali, and she's going to be telling us about National CPR Month. June is National CPR Month here at Houston, and we want to let you guys know how you can do it safely and maybe save somebody's life. We're going to give you some tips about it. Can we start with just what is CPR?
Yeah, absolutely. So CPR is an emergency procedure that you can do when
I think you're going to have to speak up really
Okay.
Mr. Loudmouth here, you can hear me without the microphone, but I just want to make sure people get your information.
Yeah, absolutely. So. Okay, so CPR is an emergency procedure that you can do when you see a teen or adult suddenly collapse. And usually they do that because their heart stops beating. So what you can do is you can go up, call 911, and then start to do compressions on them. And those compressions keep them alive because it's pumping the blood throughout their body to save their brain.
Okay, all right. So now is this something that people have been doing more or less lately?
So lately in the Houston area, it's actually been decreasing. So
that's not good.
Yeah. So our national bystander rate is around 43%. In Houston, we can slowly see that decline around the 30s. So we want to make sure that we're telling our friends and family how to do CPR because it's great that you guys are learning today. But what about if one of you guys go down? You want to make sure your neighbor.
Wait a minute. She was looking at me. What if George goes down?
I got you, George.
He's the one likely to do it.
I know.
I'm here.
Right?
Yes.
So you want to make sure your person next to you knows
For
what to
sure.
do.
Okay, that's good information. I'm glad you're teaching it here.
Yeah.
So what are the basics? What do we need to know to get started on this? And first of all, if people are interested, and we'll bring this up again, but if people are interested in learning more, how do they do that? How do they get more than just this Facebook Live that we're doing?
So the best way to go is to our website. So heart.org/Hansley CPR is the best place to go. You'll find a lot of resources and videos to learn Hansley CPR. You don't have to have a fancy dummy like this to learn. Anyone can watch a video.
It's fancy.
Again, she looked at me when she said fancy dummy.
I don't know fancy dummy.
You can just watch it and learn on your own.
Okay, all right. So we have our dummies.
You have your dummies in
You're going
front
to
of
show
you.
us some basics
I
here.
am. So the first step of CPR is not to panic. So I want you guys to remember that.
Don't panic.
No panic.
That's hard though when you're in like the moment.
Right?
Yeah. Okay.
Right? So usually when someone's in a cardiac arrest, the one noticeable sign is they're non-responsive.
Right.
So you want to go up to them and kind of tap on them to see if they're not sleeping.
Okay.
To see if they're going to respond back to you. Say, hey, are you okay? Hey, what's going on?
What's going on?
And if they're not responding back, you're going to call 911.
Right.
Okay.
So you're either going to pull out your cell phone, call 911,
Yes.
or point to your neighbor and say, hey, you call 911.
Right.
But you want to make sure you point and look at them in the eye.
Okay.
Because you want to put a job on them, right?
Okay.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
And then after that comes the fun part. And what you're going to do is you're going to take the hand that you write with and stick it out in front of you like this.
Right.
Perfect. And you're going to take your other hand and clasp it.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
And you're going to put it right in the middle of this chest. And you're going to push down as hard as you can, like this. And you're going to try to get that click. All right?
Okay.
And that click simplifies 2 inches into the chest. There you go.
So
Perfect.
that's a lot harder push than you think it's going to be, right?
Exactly. Yeah. That's exactly why we teach you guys, because no one understands how hard you have to push.
Right. Because
Okay,
you're
so-
thinking you don't want to. I don't want to hurt them. You
But
know.
a person's not clicking in real life. So
Right.
how are we going to know if we're pushing too hard?
So
So
there's not going to be a magic person that comes out and says
Right.
you're doing CPR correctly, but any CPR is good CPR.
Okay.
So when you're in the
Okay.
moment, don't worry about getting that 2 inches. As long as you're pushing hard and fast in the middle of the chest,
Uh-huh.
you're going to get that compression perfect.
Got it.
All
And you
right?
kind of
Wow.
again, when you take these classes, it kind of gives you a sense of how hard you're going to have
for
to
sure.
push.
I
Yeah.
had no idea.
Exactly. And on TV, you always see people pushing right on the neck. That's actually
that is not the place to go.
No. They actually do that because they don't want to hurt the person in real life while they're filming. So a lot of people watch TV and think you have to push upper. You actually have to put right in the middle of the chest. So
Can you show me on George, like where that is? Like where should it be?
There we go.
You're allowed
Right
to
here.
Get on the table, yeah.
Right in the middle, right between your nipple.
Right
ribs,
here.
right here.
Got it.
So you can push on your sternum right now and kind of feel how your breath goes a little in and out.
No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Right
that's
there, a little
exactly where you want to
indentation.
push.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The diaphragm thing there?
Yeah, right in the middle of your diaphragm.
Okay.
And actually, in real life, you're going to probably break that person's ribs. So you want to break the ribs.
Okay. Okay.
that's a fun
So
fact.
that's an okay thing.
That's an
But
okay
again,
thing.
the important point here is you got to push harder than you think you do.
Absolutely.
And you're saving their
Absolutely.
life. The ribs will
Absolutely.
heal.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Allie, what do we do next? What's the next thing?
So you're going to keep pushing hard and fast until help arrives.
Okay.
But the biggest mistake that people do is as soon as they see those sirens or those lights, they do hands
They
off
stop.
the chest.
I'm done.
Exactly. We don't want you to do that. We
Don't
want you
stop.
to keep doing it until a first responder comes to you and says,
Okay.
I'm going to take over.
Is there like a rhythm or a count that you do so that
Yes.
you know what you're doing, you know, how to keep up with it? What do you do?
Absolutely. So what I like to tell people is think of the song "Staying Alive." So it's 100 to 120 beats per minute. So.
Staying alive, staying alive. Now the whole thing is shaking. Sorry.
So exactly. So you're gonna push exactly to that beat to get like a compression.
Okay, I'm gonna write that. And that's an easy like.
It is.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm
Put it
the only
together.
one who was alive when that song went out. Just so we know here. So.
But I know the song.
Yeah,
so
but
we're
you know the
good.
song,
We're
right?
good.
Yeah, you can get it, and it stays in your head. Staying
Yeah,
alive kind of
yeah.
thing, so.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Give us
Yes.
the website again, real quick, real slow, so people that are watching can make sure they get it.
Absolutely. It's www.heart.org/hands-only-CPR.
Hands only
On
CPR.
Hands only CPR.
Wow.
This is important stuff.
Yeah.
June is National CPR Month, and honestly, I know we've been having fun with this, but this is a serious thing. And in Houston, with the helping rate going down, we got to turn that around. So
Absolutely.
contact them, get more information, and let's get involved on this. You've been great, by the way.
Thank you.
Appreciate
No,
you
thank
guys
you
learning
so
today.
much.
All right, Cowboy, lay down. Cowboy, lay down.
No,
Let's
I'm
go.
good.
Let's go.
I want to know who modeled for the face thing here. Who is
You.
that?
That's
No,
you.
that ain't me. That nose is way too small.
Yeah, kind of looks like him, so yeah. No, this is awesome. Let me, real quick, are we run out of time? Are we good? Okay. Can people like schedule you all to come to their office? Like you came to our office today. We're really happy that you all did. And we have people that are going to be coming in every few minutes to get up on, get trained on this.
Yeah,
Can you go to offices?
Absolutely. So just make sure you contact us and just tell us your information, and we'll schedule a time to come out and make sure that
That's
you guys
amazing.
are prepared to be
Okay.
trained.
Yeah.
Okay.
Different for babies.
It is a little bit different
Okay.
for babies. So for babies, you're going to do 2 fingers instead of the
Same
full
place.
2 hands. Yep, right in
Okay.
the middle of the chest.
What about my dogs?
That's always a tricky question. You
Is it?
can do CPR in dogs. I personally do not train anyone on
Okay,
that.
different
But
phone number, website.
It
Okay,
is
got
different number website,
But
but it's out there.
Adults and babies and children.
By the way, that's
Exactly.
going to be a Netflix series, a different one. We'll do Dogs Eat CPR.
I want to know it all.
with
I wanna
Mo
know
and
it.
Allie. It's a whole thing. It's coming out.
You'll
Wait
see.
for it.
You'll
So,
see it coming to life.
awesome. This is terrific stuff. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, guys.
And guys, you never know who in your family, somebody you know, you're walking down the street, you're going to need to help out. And how cool would it be to have that confidence to go in there and make sure that you know what you're doing and can save somebody's life.
It's always somebody else till it's not,
Yeah,
right?
exactly right. So
Absolutely.
thank you so much.
You're
for
welcome,
coming.
guys.
We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Thank you guys for joining us.
Later.
Staying alive. Staying